All right, here we go. Go ahead and stop talking. So lists, collections of data. Lists are collections of data. Let me show you how to define one. You define it the same way that you would define a variable. Okay, so let's say best songs. All right, I'm going to say equals assignment operator. Now I'm going to use an opening square brace and a closing square brace. Each item is going to be separated by a comma. Now Python is unique in that it can hold multiple data types in a list. You can have floats, ints, strings, booleans, all in the same list. Most programming languages do not allow you to do that. Okay, my recommendation, generally speaking, is to keep one data type in the list. Okay, it'll save you some problems at this point in time. There are some good use cases for it later, but such as it is. So best songs. All right, somebody holler out a song for me. Quickly, folks. Think of a good song, a song you love. All right, I've got one. I'm going to put in as Gasoline. It's by Audio Slave. Good song. All right, next. Come on, quickly. God's Plan. Is that Frank? That's Drake. Okay, sorry. God's Plan. What else? Fortunate Son. Who's that by? Okay, cool. All right, we got a. All right, last one. We got a list of three items. What's that? Give it to me. Tell me. Soda pop. I said it. Do you want me to type it in too? Soda pop. Soda pop. Okay. All right. Who's that? All right. Now, it's a catchy song. Now, second list, best songs, artists. And what I want you to notice is we're going to pair these up in the same order that they are in the other list. Okay? So Gasoline is by a band called Audio Slave. All right? They were formed from Rage Against the Machine and what was the other? Can't remember the other band. It was a super band. God's Plan, we said, was Drake. Drake's always got beef, man. Sorry. He's always got a nice haircut. All right, Fortunate Son, we said Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yeah. Creedence Clear Celery Water. Clearwater Revival. And Soda Pop. Who's this by? Who? Soulja Boy? Saja, spell it. B-O-I or B-O-Y? Not even a Z? Okay, which movie? K-pop Demon Hunters. They've been dominating the charts on Spotify. All right, check it out. Come back to me here. All right, so listen, when we're running a Colab notebook or any other notebook, you want to make sure that these are unique in that you have to kind of run each cell. So the quickest way to do this, here's a text cell. So I'm just going to hit Shift Enter, or you can hit Control Enter. Now, I've got to run this cell. Like if I come down here and I want to use one of these variables, it has to be entered in memory. So I'm going to hit that. No problems. It accepted those two lists. I'm going to go ahead and run it on here. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to access one item in the list. Okay? So we have indices, okay, which is the plural of index. Actually, there's two plurals of index. You're going to hear me interchangeably use indices, which is what Edgy will use, but you'll also hear other texts use indexes, okay? So you'll hear both. It just means more than one index. All right, so here's how they're numbered. They are zero-based. Very important. Zero-based. That means that gasoline is in index 0. What index is soda pop in? 3. Very good. Okay. So if I want to print out the first best song up there, I'm going to put the list name. It is so hard for me to go from Java to Python sometimes. See, curly brace. That shouldn't have ever happened. You're going to put the index in square brackets. Okay? So this is saying, hey, print, go to the best songs list and give me whatever's in index 0. Gasoline. Now, we have made what I would call parallel lists. Okay, this is not a structure that you want to use in data too often. All right, there are some use cases for it. Later on, you'll use something called a dictionary, and then later on, you'll use something called a database. But it has handiness to it because each index is aligned with the artist. So if I wanted to say, sorry. Oh, come on, man. If I wanted to say artist plus best song, what did I do wrong here? I need another quote right there. I could do that with a comma, but I'm just lazy. And then I'm just going to come down here and copy this. Artist, no, sorry, that's the song, not the artist. Song. Rolling on time here, y'all. And now we're going to say artist, and we're going to change this to best songs artists. Artistes. Maybe. My fingers are in the right place on the keyboard. Best songs artists. Okay, so we've run this. This is in memory. And now we know that Gasoline was written and performed by Audioslave. We know that God's Plan was written and performed by Drake, and so on and so forth. All right, so when I print this out, we should get Gasoline by Audioslave. So if you have information that you need to pair up, you can do it like this, okay? And you can do some quite powerful things with it. I'm going to keep on trucking. You can do, when you add a loop into lists, you could print out this whole directory and make it all line up with these parallel lists, okay? So now let's take a look at the next thing. Len function, all right? I'm going to take, well, it's already in memory. So what we'll do is, let's say that I want to know the length of the best songs list. All right. What I'm going to do is actually an instruction and not a function. You put len right there. You put the list that you want. All right. And then let me just make sure I don't need to, I'm going to run that cell just in case. Now, anybody want to take a guess of what it's going to print? Len or length of best songs? 4. Yeah, it's going to be 4. It starts counting with 1. It doesn't count from 0 again. So we get 4. All right, so that's important. All right, if you want to get rid of an item, let's make a quick list. Let's go football teams. That's not going to work. All right, we're going to set that equal to, yeah, that looks good. All right, perfect. Thank you, AI. So we've got football teams. We've got Packers, 49ers, Ravens, Patriots. We're going to print that football team list. When it prints it, it's going to print it with the brackets around it. Now, we gave it an instruction to delete football teams index 2. So which one is it going to delete? Ravens. Excellent. And then it's going to reprint. Boom. There you go. All right. Reassigning a value to a list using indices. Let's say that we have, well, let me first show you this. Let's add Let's add the Ravens back in. We're just going to use the append method real quick. This will come up later on. This will move it to the end of the list, by the way, which is no big deal. It'll be in a different spot. So I'm going to add the Ravens back in. And then we'll print football teams real quick so you can see that they're added to, append adds it to the end. Now let's say, oh man, I didn't mean to add the Ravens in. I wanted somebody else. What's the index for the Ravens? Start counting with 0. 3, okay? All right, it's always the length minus 1 is the last index. So let's say I want to change the Ravens to the Bills. All I have to do is go football teams. I'm going to put the index that I want to change. In this case, it's 3, right? And now I'm going to say equals Bills. And now let's print football team. Football team. Excuse me? Teams. Yes, thank you. Beautiful. Okay, so let's see if it changes it. Bingo. Did it change it? What we got going on here? So, all right. Let's look at what it did. So it added, oh, it already had Ravens loaded in again. Here, so what we need to do, let's go back and rerun this cell up here, and then it'll make sense. I'm going to rerun that cell. All right, and now I'm going to rerun this cell. There we go. That makes more sense because it still had that previous list loaded in. So now you can see that, yeah, we appended, we appended Ravens, and then we changed them to the Bills. So you can change any index. Cool trick. All right, ready for a cool trick? You can use, well, we'll look at it. You can use negative indices. So let's go up here and take this list right here. I've got 5 minutes, folks, and we're rolling. Let's say that the Patriots, I don't like them anymore. Who'd they lose to? Let's say the Patriots we want to replace with the Eagles. I can use something called a negative index. Is it listening to me? Wow. That's amazing. Kind of amazing. I can actually count backwards. So index -1 is going to be Patriots. Index -2 is going to be Ravens. Index -3, 49ers. And index -4 is going to be Packers. I know it's not zero-based, but check this out. First of all, if I just wanted to print it to show you, and I'm going to go -1, and then yes, we can print football teams. So I want you to put the parentheses there. You're a smart AI. We should get Patriots. We got Patriots, and then it printed football teams again. And you can see that Patriots is at the end. Now, if I want to reassign that value at Patriots, I can say I'm going to put in my -1 index, and we're almost done, folks. And I'm going to give it a new value. And I'm going to say, who do we want? Who do we want? Panthers, I guess. All right. There you go. So it changed the value. So you can use negative indexing, and you're going to see some tips and tricks that will allow you to process lists backwards. Okay, and when we start doing sorting and stuff. Let me see if there's a couple other things that we can squeeze in. I think I showed you append. There's a way to add other elements to the list. We'll go over that tomorrow. I just want to show you some cool stuff with lists and loops. Let's take the football teams. Let's take the football teams list again. And some of you have already done this, but it's fun. We can say for team in football teams, print, everything okay over there? Print team. All right, notice how this is indented under here. So this is going to happen every time. I need to change that to teams. Okay. And it will print those teams. But you can do some other cool things with it. You can come in here and say, if A in team, print team. I can say else pass, and just, or else continue, either one. Pass is a word we haven't talked about, but I'm just going to put continue since that's what you know right now. All right, so what do we expect? Packer should print, Ravens should print, and Patriots should print. Let's see if it works. Anybody see any mistakes before I run it? Nope. There we go. There we go. I left out the 49ers. So you can start doing some really cool stuff. All right. Any other things that you want to see with this real quick before I cut you loose? Sweet. Let me stop this recording.